Hey YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with number 11 in my top 10 movie list across all genres. We've done sci-fi, we've done horror, we've done comedy, westerns. Now we're going to take a look at the top 10 holiday films. And again, just a reminder, it's not the best box office smashes. It's not who's in it or special effects or anything like that. It's what I think the top 10 movies for the holidays are to me and why. So let's take a look at those top 10 movies. At number 10, I've got The Grinch. And that was the original title for the film. And actually, they retitled it, the official Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But the original working title and the original posters, it came out as The Grinch. And that's what I call the film. In fact, when you look at the title, The Grinch is the biggest out of all the wording. So, whatever. However way you want to look at it. I really like this film. It's a lot of fun. It brings the Dr. Seuss world to life. Jim Carrey does a great job as the Grinch. All the different characters, little, was it Susie Lou Who or whatever her name is, very cute little girl. It takes that 30-minute cartoon and kind of really expands it out into a full-length feature film, and it looks good. It's much better than the Mike Myers film, probably the best of the live-action Dr. Seuss movies, and a fun holiday Christmas time movie to watch. All right, at number 9 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And we've got the poster of the original one sheet here with Jack Skellington over the moon. In fact, the newer ones show this image, but it's got the little girl with him too, which I prefer the one with Jack Skellington all by himself. All the fold crease. Remember, as I've said throughout this entire film series, that if you're collecting original one sheets, look for those fold crease, because it wasn't until the 90s that they started rolling movies, and even then, some of those were folded up, like this one here. This was a folded movie poster, so keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, guys, if you're interested in collecting that. But this film is great. Love it. Acclamation, Tim Burton. Jack Skellington's in charge of Halloween Town. He ends up finding Christmas Town and just falling in love because it's something different. He's tired of the same thing over and over, and he wants to take over Christmas, and just good fun pursues at that. And what I like about this film, it spans from Halloween to Christmas. Now, I remember when it came out at Halloween time, and it ran all the way through Christmas. And that is a great crossover holiday film. And they put it out in 3D on Blu-ray 3D, which is pretty darn awesome. So that's why it makes the top 10 list. All right, at number 8, we've got A Christmas Story. Great flick, classic nostalgia. It's back in, was it the 40s or 50s? I want to say the 40s. And going back, thinking about, holidays and family holidays in the golden age of America, just kind of going over that kind of stuff, and just the goofy things they go through, the dysfunctionality that really did happen back then, as it does today. And, the narration's awesome, him remembering about things going on in the past, and the bumpus hounds and all that kind of good stuff. The electric lamp in the window that was the leg, the major award, just this is an all-around great American Christmas story. And it's got to be in the top 10. All right. Number 7 is Home Alone. This is a classic, man. You know, Macaulay Culkin, and really about the only movie of his I've ever liked, where he's left home alone. The whole family's going on vacation for Christmas, and he accidentally gets left behind, and burglars try to break in with Joe Pesci. It's funny. It's a little kid. He's like, yes, I'm alone, and he gets to spend the holiday by himself, and then, he starts to miss the family, and he's got to defend the house from burglars. We used to watch this every year at Christmas time. Definitely good stuff. Top of the list. All right, number 6, I've got Elf with Will Ferrell and James Caan, and Zoe Deschanel is actually in this as a blonde. But I went and seen this. This was actually a date movie. I took one of my ex-girlfriends. It was the first date we'd gone on, and it was okay. It wasn't too bad. I liked it, but the more I watched it, the more I loved it, and it's just really great. He gets picked up by Santa Claus by accident. He's raised as an elf. Bob Newhart's in it, plays a great elf. He basically lives in the stop motion Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer style Christmas land, and he decides to go find his real dad, James Caan, and goofiness pursues in New York City. Of course, Will Ferrell style slapstick comedy, great fun, totally lighthearted, but it's a nice Christmas adventure. Breaking into number five, we've got Scrooged with Bill Murray. It's a modern retelling of Charles Dickens' classic, Christmas Carol. And Murray is a TV executive and is kind of cynical and living in New York and running these big TV companies. And they're putting on a live production of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. And he goes through the process. He meets the three ghosts of past, present, and future, and just great stuff, great cast. It's an adult contemporary Christmas story that is really funny, and it took me forever to find this thing on disc, and I finally found it and watch it every single Christmas. Love this flick. All right, at number four we have Gremlins. Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins. I think Joe Dante directed this. Classic movie. Gizmo and the Gremlins. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet. Don't put them in the sunlight, kind of stuff. And everybody knows this movie. Everybody has seen this movie. And I think a lot of people forget this was a Christmas movie. I mean, he gets the Mogwai as a Christmas present, and it happens over Christmas. And his girlfriend doesn't even like Christmas because her dad had passed away. And so it's just what I like about this. It's a thriller and it's an adventure, and of course, it's got comedy in it. But in the Christmas songs, it's they make reference of scary ghost stories by the fire, and this gives that scary thriller back into Christmas to kind of bring us all together, sort of thing. And that's what I really like about Gremlins. It's fun, it's adventure, it's a thriller, and it takes place over Christmas. So that's got to be in your top 10 Christmas movies. All right, at number three, we have The Muppet Christmas Carol. Um, Absolutely great flick. Another great Muppet movie. Disney, this is the first, I think, Disney produced Muppet movie after Henson had passed away and he sold the Muppets to Disney. And it's great. It's warm. It's family friendly, and sadly, it's one of the better adaptations of A Christmas Carol that's in it. And Kane, he does a great job in the film as Ebenezer Scrooge. Lots of music and fun, and this is one of those you want to sit around, the lights dim, fire going, and watch this with the family kind of Christmas movies. And I mean, it absolutely captures that. Definitely one of the best Muppet movies. Definitely one of the best Christmas movies out there. At number two is Santa Claus the movie. John Lithgow, Dudley Moore. Tagline on the poster here: "Seeing is believing." The legend comes to life. Is actually produced by the guys who did the Superman the movie. So you see a lot of that when you watch this in the production value of it. And this is a great movie. It's how Santa Claus becomes Santa Claus, and Dudley is one of the elves, and he's feeling underappreciated. So he takes off, strikes out on his own, gets hooked up with Lithgow. Bad things happen, and Santa Claus has to come around to save the day. Basically, is what it is. Um, Great movie from the 80s. The reindeer, I remember there was a big stink about the reindeer when this movie came out because they're animatronic reindeer, and just very awesome, very cool. It took me forever to find this one too. I finally got it on disc last year. If you've never seen this, you got to sit down and watch it with your kids. It is a classic Christmas movie. All right, and the number one holiday movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You will crack up. This, and not only is probably the best Christmas movie ever made, it is probably one of the funniest movies ever made. I can sit down and watch this any time of the year and just die laughing. The family is so dysfunctional. Every single person can relate to what's going on in this movie. Dealing with the holidays and your family and all that hecticness going on, and all Clark wants is a good old-fashioned American Christmas. And it's just, this goes beyond, I think, the classic American Christmas story and dysfunctional American family. I think anybody in England, anybody in Australia, South America, Canada, Africa, anybody that watches this movie could probably relate to what's going on in it. And it is a comic masterpiece, probably Chevy Chase's best movie ever. So there you go, guys. There's my top 10 holiday movies. Hope you liked it. If you didn't see the one that you like, leave a comment, make a video. Check out some of the other videos I'm doing. If there's something you want to see, let me know. Subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys later.